Hey guys, just trying to play around a little bit more with this new HD camera we got here, and just messing with the features and whatnot. And I finally found my tripod again, so I figured I would try to get some nice close-up, excuse me, HD shots of my Glock 19 here. And I did a video on this before in regards to the stippling that I did, and so now that I can shoot in HD quality, I figured I would redo the video and just show off some of my work here to you guys. And in case you didn't catch my last video on this, I did stipple this myself, and if you hate stippling or you think stippling ruins Glocks or whatever, no offense, but I don't give a shit. I like it, you know, it works really well for me, and that's that. But gun and safety check, guns unloaded, blah blah blah. And sorry, I'm trying to work around the tripod here, and just give you some nice close-up shots of this beautiful Gen 3 Glock 19, and here you can see the stippling, and it goes all the way up the back strap. I didn't do the lower portion of the finger grooves. I might do it eventually. I just didn't feel like it at the time, and it really doesn't make a too much of a difference as far as grip texture goes or the feel of the grip. And I don't know, you can still kind of see on the back strap there, I couldn't get it to fully, mold or go the way I wanted it to, but that's okay. It's, barely noticeable. And like I said, you can see I did all the way up the back of the grip here. And here's the other side. Wasn't too hard to do, guys. I mean, as long as you have some patience and a couple hours of time, it's not too hard to do. And I just did this little forward portion here, and people are, oh, you ruined the value of your Glock or whatever. That's not a concern for me. I'm never gonna get rid of this Glock 19. So for me to stipple it and make it more functional as far as feel and whatever, I mean, this works. It just feels for me so much better than the factory grip feel. So since, like I said, I'm gonna have this gun till the day I die, so I'm not concerned about the resale value of this. And it's a Gen 3, obviously. It's got Trigicon night sights, which I'm going to swap out pretty soon with a set of Warren Tactical. I want to go with the plain back and a fiber optic front. These are okay. I mean, I like these Trigicons. They're better than Glock factory sights. But I have an astigmatism, and my vision's like not that great. So for me to, it's kind of hard for me to pick up that sight picture quickly, and more importantly, it's hard for me to focus primarily on the front sight and bring the bring the rear sight out of focus. I mean, as the camera is showing it here with the rear sight focused and the front sight out of focus is kind of actually a good example of what I have to deal with. It's hard for me to get a really really good sight picture on that front sight post with these. And from my research and from what others have told me with experience with the Warren Tactical plain rear blade and fiber optic front, it's going to be a lot easier for me to pick up, obviously because of the fiber optic front. But the plain rear in conjunction with the red the red dot of the fiber optic front is going to be, you know, I'm hoping that's really going to do the trick for me. And also on the Warrens, I mean, this is like a, you know, standard size front sight blade, but the Warren's front sight post is thinner, or so it seems. It looks like it's a little bit thinner in width than these are. So when you're sighting the gun with the Warrens, you know, you're going to be picking up that front sight post as the red fiber optic dot, and it also gives you more space between the sides of, you know, I'm having trouble explaining what I mean, but it's easier to pick it up between the blades of the rear sight because it's a thinner front sight, and it, you know, it's easier to get it centered in the back, if that makes sense. I don't know. But anyways, enough rambling and ranting. Like I said, here's my Glock 19, stippled up. Love this thing. Like I said, I'm never gonna give this thing up. And let me see if I can get the macro to focus in good here. There it goes. And you know, it's not like, you know, totally professional job, but for just winging it and having at it first time around, I think I did a pretty nice job with it. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. So there it is, guys. Almost a 7-minute video on Glock stippling and me ranting. Thanks for watching if you watch this.